Hello, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is the Sun Woman. Welcome to my channel, and thank you for stopping in for your reading for August 2023. Please go ahead and like and share this video if it resonates with you, and please subscribe to the channel, okay? Also, please make sure that you watch the video that I already uploaded, which is the behind the scenes video, where it's going to kind of show you how I do my readings, as well as give you more information about how the transits are going to affect you for the month of August, and finally going to give you the scoop on Venus retrograde, where I break it down, the three phases of Venus, and how we can use those phases to navigate ourselves through the month of August successfully. Okay, so please take a look at that video. First, what we're going to do, just let me shuffle the cards here. While I'm doing that, I'll let you know what the planets are looking at for you for Cancer for August. We have the Sun in your second house in Leo. We have Venus in retrograde motion. Venus is the star of the show this month, and Venus is retrograde in your second house. So there could be a lot of focus this month on your finances. I think a lot of you will be reviewing money in general, your attitude toward money. With Venus in the second house. The second house is our finances, our resources. Venus rules finances, money, resources, love. So we definitely, I feel like Cancer's money is going to be a big focus for you. Okay, we do have some of you may be finding new ways to make money, or finding old ways to make money that you're going to start doing again. Okay, because when retrogrades happen, we know that the past can come back, and we redo, we rewind, we review those things. Okay, you also, we do have Mercury going retrograde on the 23rd, so this is definitely going to be a month of okay. You're going to have the full moon in the eighth house. That's going to be on August 1st. So the eighth house is other people's money you get from a partner, money you get from the bank, from a loan, from an inheritance, from taxes. Okay. And then on the 16th, you have the new moon in your second house, again, second house. And that's going to be, the period for you to really start planting new seeds, where it's related to your money and your finances. And the second house is the money that we earn, but it's also, the resources that we have naturally. What are your gifts? What are your skills? What do you come into this world with that you can offer over into the world, into the universe, as a resource to make this world better, right? So it's not just money, it's also our own valuable gifts and skills that we have as resources. Okay. And then the last aspect I want to mention is Mars. Mars is going to be in Taurus in your 11th house, trine Jupiter in your third house in Virgo. So that's Mars in Taurus and Jupiter in Virgo. So there could be a lot of communication with you, some really lucky and fortunate communication with you, with your friends, your social network, whether it's, the people around you, or whether it is your digital social network. Someone that in your immediate environment could be helping to make your wishes and your dreams come true. There just could be a lot of communication with friends. And then again, the 11th house has to do with our hopes, our wishes, and our dreams. So a lot of you could be focusing on, how to make things happen, how to manifest those things that you really, really want to achieve and create in this world. Okay. And there's definitely going to be luck. That's a lucky aspect. All right. So let's take a look at how Venus retrograde is going to be affecting you for the month of for the month of August. And we're going to do 9 cards here, 3 cards for the beginning phase 1, which is the release phase, 3 cards for the reset phase, which is that middle section of Venus retro, and then 3 cards for your rebirth phase, which is the 18th through to the end of the month. All right, let's go for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Here we go. Split the cards and let's see what we got. I did see I did see the Hermit peekaboo on the bottom there, so that is, that is definitely this energy for the month, because retrogrades kind of, there's a call for us to kind of, focus inward as opposed to outward. So some of you could be gaining a lot of enlightenment, information, an epiphany of some kind, gaining knowledge and wisdom by spending time alone. The Hermit came up many times this month. A lot of the cards definitely made their appearances over and over again in the various signs, though there are definitely some common themes here, okay? But we'll flip that over in a minute. So let's go ahead and lay down the 9 cards. First phase, oops. Second phase. Move these up a little bit. And I'll move them over so that you can see everything. And then the third phase of Venus. All right. And as I said, we have the Hermit on the bottom with the little lamp there. The Hermit lights the way, not just for herself, but for everyone else. Okay. She's a channel. She definitely is a channel of wisdom and knowledge. She can light the darkness and bring clarity into situations. This is a Virgo card, so Virgo could be significant for you in the month of August. All right, here we go. Phase 1 of Venus, and I will be reading the cards right side up, just so you know. Okay, so what do we have here? So for the first phase of Venus, which is going to happen from, actually it started July 22nd, but it's going to go through to August 13th, we have the release phase. So what are we releasing that's old? This is the opportunity to release things that are old, that are outdated, that are disempowering, okay, that no longer resonate with us, that no longer empower us. Well, we have the Three of Wands, we have the Ten of Swords, and we have the Empress. All right, so this speaks immediately to me. It's really interesting to me how both of these figures have the same posture, right? They're in the same stance, the same position. So for the first card, the Three of Wands, Three of Wands is an expectations card. Three of Wands is looking out over the horizon, waiting for your ship to come in, waiting for news, expecting something, expecting a change, expecting news, expecting a message. In this deck, she's got her surfboard, so she's looking for a wave, right? She's waiting for the perfect wave to come in so she can run down the beach and paddle out into that wave and get the big one there. There are two, actually, look at that. Yep, there are 3 wands here. They are lit, right? 1, 2, and 3 down here. So there is passion here. There is energy. She definitely has the ability to draw in the things that she's looking for with this Three of Wands. This could be about contracts, could be about travel. There's definitely movement with the Three of Wands. Three of Wands comes up when you've put one situation and another situation, and now the Three of Wands is the product of that. Okay, so expectation is the big message here. What do we have here? In the same position she's in, but she's in the Ten of Swords. Sorry about the glare there. So the Ten of Swords is not the easiest card, right? We know that often the Ten of Swords can talk about hard times, difficult times, times that are very emotional, sometimes being stabbed in the back, sometimes betrayal, just a difficult time in our lives where we just feel beaten down, or we're kind of at our last, on our last leg. But for me, especially with this in the position here, and I like the Ten of Swords a lot in this position, in this area of the reading, because this is what you are releasing. So for me, the expectation here is that you are ready to release this, whatever these, and in this deck they're depicted by birds. Instead of swords, they're birds, right? So very much for me, the birds in this deck representing the swords have a lot to do with thoughts. Okay, swords are, mental energy. Very much with the Nine of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Eight of Swords. There's a lot of mental activity that's causing stress, that's causing anxiety or concerns here. What I appreciate about this position is that it is also the 10. So tens are the end of a cycle. So very often we can the Ten of Swords comes up because you are now at the end of a difficult phase, the end of a phase of struggle, right? This is the last leg of that difficulty, it is now coming to completion with the Ten of Swords. So I really feel that some of you are prepared, ready to release old, disempowering, outdated, thoughts that have been maybe holding you back, causing you pain, causing you, stress. The Ten of Swords can be stress as well. So I think that you're ready. You're ready to let this go. You are very much, she's in the same. If the birds were not here, right? I don't know if I can. That's ink on my hand, by the way. If the birds were not here, it would just be a mirror image of not even a mirror image, but a horizontal projection of the same card. So really feel like there is an expectation and a release that the end of difficult times is here now. Okay, and again, that's the first week of August. Now, I'm even more happy and excited because the Empress is here, and the Empress is a beautiful card. The Empress is about, so interesting, because what just came into my mind is that this could be a health related situation. So some of you could be healing from a difficult health related period, stressful period where maybe you've gone through some health issues, and now the Empress is here to let you know that you're healing from that. You are recovering. Maybe some of you could be recovering from health related issues, or maybe even a surgery or something like that. Okay, so this is a period of healing energy for you, where you have that. You have the ability to rejuvenate. You have the ability to replenish your energies. The Empress is, a beautiful card because she has the power of creation. She's the mother. Okay, she is the Earth Mother. Look at, she is pregnant with the planet here. Look at that. And she has the waters, on her shoulders, and she is connected to the moon, almost like she wears the moon, and here she is with, her hair is the trees and leaves, growing from her head. So there's a tremendous amount of power here, of feminine energy, feminine power. That Lilith energy is here. I really feel as though you are coming out of a difficult phase, and you're moving into a phase of healing, good health, vitality, energy, recovery. Can be, if you are feminine energy, being even more connected to your feminine power. There's harvest here. If you are in that phase of life, some of you could have recently found out that you're pregnant, or you will find out that you are pregnant that first week of August. Okay. Some of you could be giving birth to some beautiful concept, idea, project that is not necessarily a physical child, but a child of your imagination, a child of your gifts. Remember that I said your second house is lit up. Okay, so that second house is a very fertile house. Not only does the second house and the eighth house rule money and resources, but also our sexual energy. So the second house would be yours. The eighth house would be the energy that you receive back from someone else. So this again could be a very fertile time. Maybe you have gone through a period of infertility, and now you are healing from that, and you have regained your fertility. Okay, your body is healing itself. All right, so now we have the second phase of Venus retrograde, and that is going to be from August 13th through to August 18th, and that is the reset phase. Okay, so let's see what we have here. All right, we've got the King of Swords, we've got the Eight of Cups, and we have the King of Cups. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. So, with Venus retrograde, again, this reading is about love, money, and Venus retrograde. And so it looks like right now it's very possible that the theme here for you could be a relationship situation. I did say to you, about sexuality, your own, and what you receive, and you are receptive to from someone else. Well, you have some people who have showed up here. You've got the King of Swords. That is, let me show you these cards because they're really beautifully illustrated. King of Swords. So that is Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini energy. Okay. The King of Swords is very intellectual. He is really a thinker. He can fight if he needs to, right? He's got his sword there, so he's ready and prepared for battle if he has to, but he's more cerebral. Okay, he speaks to the animals. If you look, he's got all of these animals here, some feathers, and there's a bat there and an owl there. So owl representing wisdom, communication, messages coming in. So he's very verbal. He likes to talk. He likes to discuss things. The way to his heart is through a really good conversation with an intelligent person. That's what is attractive to him. He can be a loner. He enjoys his own company. He can be distant. He can be aloof, right? He's more, like I said, he's more in his head than in his heart. So it's not that he doesn't love. It's not that he doesn't know how to love, but he can be, he can be a little harder. He can be a little harder to penetrate, a little more difficult to understand. So he's not soft and fuzzy. He is really more of a straight shooter, straight to the point, wants to get to the truth. What's the authentic, what's the truth of the situation. He is also has very strong piercing um, intuition. He can really see things, not the intuition of the King of Cups, who we're going to talk about in a minute, but just clarity. So his vision comes from clarity, being able to really cut to the core of things. So he can be a bit of a distant energy where love is concerned. He also has been through some struggles. The swords, talk about struggle, pain, hardship. So he's been through some hardships. And so that may be also what affects him emotionally, where he's more closed off. Okay. It's harder for him to learn how to love and how to open up. It's not impossible to get him open up, but you have to know how to appeal to him. Now, the King of Cups is a different energy. The King of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, water energy. Okay. The King of Cups is very emotional. And now these are archetypes, right? So people can have many different combinations of signs in their chart. You really can't get a full picture of someone accurately unless you know their full chart. So someone could be an Aquarius with a Cancer moon, right? Their appearance is that they're very intellectual, but they to the core they're extremely emotional, right? Or vice versa. So so we're talking about archetypes of people, but people can be, human beings are very complex. But in a general reading here, we're talking about energies to try and hone in on who this might be that we're talking about. So, having said that, the King of Cups is a very loving and intuitive person. He's very heart centered, he's very heartfelt. He wears his heart on his sleeves. He knows how to make people feel loved. So he's really, poetic, and he could be a musician, he could be a writer, he could be, someone in a creative field, an actor, producer. Um, he is someone who has a lot of wisdom, so he could be a teacher as well, like a teacher, a professor, of the arts, something like that. He is connected to water very much so. So most water signs that I know, love being around the water, or are connected in some way to the water, whether it's the beach or ocean or a lake. Here's a little boat in the background here, so maybe he has a boat or he's had a boat. Likes to spend time near the water. He has his crown here, and his crown is kind of levitating above his head. So he's very intuitive, right? He closes his eyes and he feels his way through the world, and his heart chakra is illuminated. So, he can, whereas the King of Swords is very kind of, uses clarity and discernment and his intellect. The King of heart, I was going to say hearts, same thing. The King of Cups is more intuitive and feels his way through the world. All right, very emotional sign. So now, where does that where does that put you, Cancer? Well, this could be you, coming up as the King of Cups, whether you're, regardless of your gender. We're talking about energy here. We have the Eight of Cups here in the center. So if we're talking about this period of time where there is a reset, um, this period of August is going to be a time where you are really kind of answering the question, well, what do I want? What appeals to me? What resonates with me? And who do I want? Who appeals to me? Who resonates with my true self, right? With what Venus really means to me about love, about romance, relationships, my values, my resources, my money, okay? So it's very possible that some of you could be walking away from, just with this position of the cards here, you could be walking away from this King of Swords energy. So, some of it, there could be a relationship ending. Maybe that is what this Ten of Swords is about. And that maybe that's what you're in this healing energy about as the Empress. Um, there is love still there. However, you're moving on to something higher. You're moving on to something that um, that is more aligned with your needs, with your values, with what makes you feel loved and who makes you feel loved. And very interesting, I'm just looking really closely here. Let me see. I'm not sure if that is a cup or if that is a fish. I don't know. I'm going to hold it up to the camera. Oh, that is a cup. Okay. Oh, okay. That's great how I could, yeah. So, and if you look here, here's a cup. So one, maybe two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Okay. So 8 cups in the water there. So she has dropped those cups there. One is about to go under, the other 6 are under the water, and there's one left that is still burning. So for some of you, there may still be love there. There may still be a heart fire burning for someone. But even though there is still love, the other cups have been emptied out. The other 7 have been emptied out. This is the only cup you have left. And maybe you're not able to be sustained on just one cup when you had 8 here. Okay. And so one cup is not enough. And because of that, you need to walk away from a situation. But look where you're walking. If this is the case, you're walking towards the sun. And the sun is a new day, right? A new beginning, a new energy, a new chapter, which we're going to talk about with the last three cards. So you're walking towards that. This is that reset period where now you have reset your cups, set them down, and you're walking away to something higher and more meaningful to you. Again, very possible that you're walking towards someone else who is more aligned to, to how you feel and what makes you feel loved. Okay. If this resonates for you, then you know who and what the situation is. So let's go on to the last three cards here, see what we've got. Well, we've got the Hierophant, we've got the Eight of Swords. Interesting because Gemini just had the Eight of Swords in the same place. So I don't know if Gemini could be significant for you. And we have the Three of Cups. I love it. All right. So the Hierophant, let's talk about that. Well, first let's talk about this phase. This phase from the 18th through to actually the 6th of September, so through the entire month of August, is the phase where now something new can be reborn. Something can be, there's the opportunity for new beginnings, for a new chapter to unfold in your life. All right. The Hierophant talks about something that endures. Okay, something that is very stable, very well respected. Okay, the Hierophant represents the institutions of society. So whether that institution is the institution of marriage or the institutions of religion or the institutions of university, higher mind, higher learning, that's what the Hierophant represents. It really represents those things in society that make society what it is, right? So, we don't live in, at least I hope not, but in organized society, we live under certain rules, certain regulations, certain societal norms, right? Certain things are allowed in society, certain things are not, right? You can't run down the street naked screaming. You're going to get caught and you're going to either go be taken to the hospital or taken to or taken into custody, whatever the case is. There are rules and regulations for us living in society, and the Hierophant represents that. But the Hierophant also represents the wisdom of those things, right? We need those, some of those structures. We need higher education. We need, many of us need organized religion. We need, many of us want and desire the institution of marriage and still believe in the institution. Some of us don't, some of us do. So, it is those institutions that endure in society. And what we have here is something that you are moving towards, or that you are investing in or choosing even, right, is going to be something that is well established and that has the potential to endure. Okay, it's accepted by society. It is, it's smiled upon by by society. So it also can represent spiritual growth. It can be being tapped into religion, being tapped into spirituality. It is the ladder. You see the ladder here to, to heaven, to the Akashic records, maybe, to that hall that holds all the records of life in the universe. So if it is not an actual everyday thing or structure, it could be you leveling up as far as your spirituality and your understanding of the laws of the universe. Okay, connecting to the laws of the universe and tapping into those things. All right. I mean, whatever it is, he's happy. So whatever it is, it's going to be a illuminating, joyful, and a positive experience for you here. Okay. And I see, some symbols here. There's the fish, right, which is Pisces, but which is also that, that the fish symbol for Jesus. Um, Let me see what else. You also have other, I don't know if that's Sanskrit here. There may be a star, maybe some runes here. Okay. But whatever it is, there is spirituality linked to it. Now, the Eight of Swords is here, and I feel like there's a need for you to release yourself from whatever worries, concerns that you may have right now because they really are not grounded in reality. You see how the Eight of Swords, she is looking in the mirror, the actual figure here, she's not tied up. She's got no birds pulling at her or pecking at her, but when she looks in the mirror, this is what she sees. This is her perception, but this is the reality. So make sure that you don't confuse your perception for how things really are. Okay. Meaning you at any time can release yourself from these worries, from these concerns. Maybe it might require some help. Maybe some of you may decide that you want to seek some type of support. Maybe some counsel. Maybe a therapist. Maybe a psychiatrist. Maybe someone who can help you. Um, you know help you be reborn in the sense of how you manage your worries or your anxiety or your concerns. Okay. Or even further, very possible that through whatever these higher learnings are, through spiritual intervention, through the intervention of someone who is very wise, people who are religious, or anyone who has the ability to counsel falls under the Hierophant. So again, that could be a therapist, that could be a coach, that could be a a mental health provider or specialist, psychiatrist, like I said. So someone who is in the field of mental health counseling can help you release yourself from this energy. And I think that for some of you, it could be that as well. But this could be interpreted many ways. Well, the outcome here, my dear Cancers, is that you have the Three of Cups. So there is some blessing that is going to come as a result of this journey that you've taken here. The Three of Cups is people, celebrating something, having a good time, people coming together who care about each other. There is the, dating, socializing, enjoying someone else's company, going out for drinks, for dinner, going to a party, hanging out, any type of enjoyment is under the Three of Cups, celebration of some sort. And so, this also is an emotional card where you and another person are really connected and having a great time. There is the rejuvenation or the birth of love, the birth of a really, strong heart connection can be under the Three of Cups. Three of Cups can also talk about family happiness, family members coming together and having a great time celebrating something. So in any case, whatever this represents, it's a really positive card. And I just noticed this, okay, just noticed how you're starting out with the Three of Wands, expectation of something. I'm going to put it like this. And then you are ending with the Three of Cups, right? So here she is alone, waiting patiently. And now, this figure could be that figure. The hair looks exactly the same. We don't see the tattoos on her back, but maybe they're there. But in any case, it's you and two other people communing, connecting. Okay. You've gone from this uh, maybe feeling alone or being alone to being connected with others in your network or in your tribe, right? I get major tribe energy from this as well. Okay, so don't allow yourself to be alone in this energy, right? If you are, then you want to reconnect with those who are who love you and support you and have your back. Look how the figure in the middle has the back of both of them, and then this one is holding on to her, and she's holding on to her, and it's just, it's really beautiful. And they're wishing on stars, they're wishing upon a star, they're speaking to the heavens, they may be speaking to ancestors, they may be speaking to God, they could be speaking to angels, to their higher mind, to ascended masters. They could be together doing a starry night ritual. Whatever that is, it is a positive and beautiful card. And they're wearing white, so there's purity here, they're out in nature, so there is really connectedness to, well, there's connectedness, and I feel there's definitely connectedness here available for you. Okay, so let's go ahead. Very interesting reading, a lot of information there. I'd love to hear from you and find out if any of that resonated for you. If this, what your situation is. Yeah, I'd love to hear from you, Cancer. So I'm going to take one card now from the Tao Oracle and see what the last bit of advice is for you for August 2023 for my Cancers. What is the last bit of energy and of advice for Cancers for this August with these retrogrades and everything that's going on in August? What do you want to say? Okay, interesting. I am actually going to take two cards because I got this card, which is the oppression card, which is very similar to this Eight of Swords, but I'm going to take one more card here. And this, yeah, this definitely, oops, this definitely, I had a feeling about that, but let me see here. Okay. Okay, so I'm taking two cards. All right, Cancer. So here we go. So the oppression card came up. All right. This is a difficult card, but this is the same energy as this. Look how that came up again. All right. So what's going on here? Well, let's read off what the messages are here. Restriction, exhaustion, depression, depleted resources, feeling cut off, punishment, confinement. Okay. So could be very similar to what I talked about here. Your thoughts kind of, look how the birds, interesting how the birds are here too. Birds for me in this energy are thoughts that, like, where you can't cut your mind off. You can't cut those thoughts off. They're swirling and swirling, and you need to be able to rest your mind. Meditation can help you with that. Yoga can help you with that. When I saw this guy, I thought of a yogi. So for some of you, yoga could be very, if it's not a situation where you want to see a counselor of sorts, yoga could be very successful for you, and learning meditation and really applying meditation. Okay, so we're not going to focus too much on this energy but what this is a confirmation of what I feel that you may be going through. And again, it's that Ten of Swords energy, that Eight of Cups, walking away and kind of still being tied to that. But here's the outcome, which I want, I prefer to leave this reading with, and this is number 62 card, and the message here is small is beautiful. What that means to me is take baby steps, right? Baby steps towards where it is you want to be and what you want in your life. I love the colors here. I love how this butterfly is making her way up that pole or whatever that is. And some of the key words here are: find the extraordinary in the ordinary. Keep it simple. Use discretion. Slow down. Tend to details and pay attention. Okay, so God is in the details is what your closing message is here. All right, if you are having any kind of trouble, if you are feeling down, any depression, please make sure that you are seeking assistance and help for that, right? Because every day is a new day, and what we are concerned about one day can be cleared the next day, just by a different way of handling those thoughts, those fears, and finding new tools and methods to be able to manage that energy. Okay, but small is beautiful. Take small steps towards what it is that you want who you want and where you want to be. And that Three of Cups is a beautiful promise for you. All right. Thank you so much, Cancer. Please like and share this video and subscribe. And do have a wonderful August. Love to hear from you. Until I see you again, I will wish you love, peace, and joy. And we'll see you in September. Thank you. Bye bye.